defending imagining my opponent in the witness suite. She's having to explain to a complainant in a knife point sexual assault case that the prosecution has failed to secure the attendance of the other witnesses who, unlike the blindsided complainant, were able to positively identify the defendant as her attacker. Without them, there is no case against this defendant, and the prosecution is being aborted at the 11th hour. It is such common occurrences that cause criminal lawyers to greet the repeated political sloganeering to put victims first with a scathing snort. Not because victims are unimportant or undeserving or of consideration. To the contrary, they occupy a uniquely important and invidious position in our system. Having suffered the indignity of a criminal violation, their redress is subject to a hostile takeover by the state, which will determine if and how they shall receive justice for their suffering. But the victim is still expected to man the barricades and sacrifice their time and emotional resilience to the prosecution cause. If our criminal justice system doesn't adequately protect victims of crime, if it fails to provide due process and respect for those reliant on it, and if it loses their and public trust, it is failing its first principles. Without the victim's goodwill, there is rarely a viable prosecution case. Protecting the victim's interest is both a matter of practical sense and a moral duty. Rather, my skepticism towards the Put the Victims First manifesto arises because we see the institutional callousness with which victims are treated in practice. Notwithstanding that we now have a victims code, victims task force, victims information service, victims contact scheme, witness charter, victim support, Ministry of Justice's commitment to victims, CPS victims right to review scheme, National Police Chiefs Council victim right to review scheme, a victim services commissioning framework, victim liaison units, victim personnel statements, and the victim surcharge. One bold statistic stands out above all. Only 55% of people who have been a victim or witness in criminal proceedings would be prepared to go through it again. It bears repeated emphasis. Nearly half of all witnesses surveyed said they would not be willing to take part in criminal proceedings on a future occasion. If they witnessed your daughter being mugged, they would not assist in bringing her assailant to justice. If you were falsely accused of assault, they would not come forward to say that they saw you acting in self-defense. If they were themselves a victim, they would not entrust the justice of that crime to the state, preferring, one infers, that the miscreant go unpunished or be subject to a more immediate, possibly divine form of retribution. That's terrifying. This is raw failure on the most fundamental plane, and it's no secret. Politicians, at least, are well versed in the unhappy lot of the witnesses, their inboxes no doubt overflowing with the irate correspondence from constituents appalled at their brush with the criminal courts. But the solution, universal across the political spectrum, remains the same zygotic slogan: put victims first. That is not to say that victims' rights initiatives are not worthy. They are absolutely vital. Much of the misery I encounter when meeting witnesses at court is born of a lack of meaningful information provided by the prosecution agencies, or an absence of support with practicalities such as arranging child care during the court hearing, and pledges to improve such basic services should be realized. I'm like so because showing my feet is like everybody wants that, and that's what gets me my paid. But my back hurts laying like this. Everybody go follow my spicy page. You can get that on my Twitter. My Twitter is NerdNextDoorX. Let me see something. Ooh. I'm surprised how many followers have, you guys are just stuck around while I'm just reading to you. This is pretty funny. I'd like to get at least halfway through. I don't think I will, though. What gifts are you going to be sending me? read? Go back to reading? Alright, I'm gonna have to sit up though because I can't do this anymore. Okay. Oh, my feet are kind of in it still. Can you sit in a chair with camera on floor? I don't know. I feel like it'd be like a weird angle. I can do this. This is fine. Is this fine? Like, I can't. This. I don't know. I'm just gonna sit right here like this. Okay, where was I? People want to see my pedicure and now they want to see the soles. Like, I can't do this. Oh my god, it's already 8 o'clock. Shut up. How is it 8 o'clock? Oh, I've been reading for 2 hours. I might have to stop here. I didn't eat dinner yet. Oh shit. Wait, why am I doing that? Yeah. Anyways, this was the book I was reading, The Secret Barrister, Stories of Law and How It's Broken. I have to be done reading for now. I simply must.